Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. As promised, we're going to do a full loadout of this Toughbuilt 15-inch tote with all of my plumbing tools that used to be in this Jonard Tools backpack. It's a really nice backpack, but for the plumbing tools that I use and the way that I'm going to be using this, the backpack just wasn't very practical for me, so I'm going to be giving this to probably my oldest son so he can store his tools in here. It does have really good organization. But like I talked about in my review video, I love these internal pockets. I think it's going to work out really good for my plumbing tools. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So I have a few tools on the outside. I had a tape measure. I think I'm going to put that in another kit. And I have my flashlight here. These are kind of tools that I'd like to have on the outside. Those screwdriver slots are probably too small, so I'll probably put this over here to have something that I can quickly grab. I might put this over here too. Let's see what I have up here. This is all headlamps, safety gear. I do have my rechargeable light, so that can nicely stick right on the side there. That's going to be pretty nice. In fact, maybe I'll stick that in here for now. Not sure. Actually, I might stick it on the other side here. This tote has pockets galore, probably more than I'm ever going to use. I'm going to set the other stuff off to the side here so I don't bore you guys with that kind of stuff. I also have my headlamp. Maybe I'll stick that over in one of these side pockets. This is stuff that I just want to be able to quickly grab. And I have cords. I'll set that off to the side. Down in this other front pocket, I just have gloves and a tube of silicone, and I have a strainer nut. Probably just take that out for now. I think I'm just going to shove all these gloves down in one of these larger pockets. Seems like a good use for those. And we'll set that off to the side too. Okay, so we'll get right into the main compartment of the bag here. One nice thing about this bag is that it can completely lay open like this. Hopefully I'm getting it in the frame there. And that's pretty nice. So let's see. I think I'll start with these kind of odd shaped tools. Like I have my Jonard Tools PVC cutter. That's probably going to have to go in the other. Hopefully that doesn't interfere with the handle. Maybe I can kind of put it in like that. Yeah, that'll work. I also have a bit case. I just decided to put this Makita one in here. I'm going to set that aside for now. I have my Vera Allen keys. And those should be able to go in here somewhere. That's going to be nice. I like how these fit down in here. These are some nice pockets. They're heavy material and they go all the way down to the bottom of the bag. That's going to be really nice. I have my utility knife. That should go on the outside somewhere. Maybe I'll stick it over in this pocket. So I have my reamer tool and I have a pipe cutter. Those can probably go next to this set of Allen keys, if it'll fit in this pocket. Trying to get used to the sizing of these pockets. Oh, might have to actually put it in another one. Yeah, there we go. Pipe cutter. Honestly, that pipe cutter probably could stay next to this PVC cutter. Like that. So that's what we got so far. I don't think I have anything in these pockets. I have my little stubby screwdriver. I have a feeling that's going to fall out easily. So I'll set that off to the side for now. I'm not sure where I'm going to use that. Okay, now we're getting into the larger hand tools. So like I have I think it's like a 10-inch Klein Tools demolition screwdriver. How's that going to stick up? probably have that over on the end here since it sticks up pretty high, although that's going to interfere with the handle. Maybe I should have it in the middle. Okay, so then now it doesn't interfere. I have the 9-in-1 magnetic hollow nut driver. Probably could stick that in next to it. Actually, maybe I'll stick it in these pockets here. Yeah, that's gonna work out better. Make sure it doesn't interfere too much. I might actually have to have this on the side of the bag, or kind of lay it inside for now until I find a good spot. Or I might have to switch it out with my smaller, I think it's like the 8-inch. I could keep a number 3 Phillips from that John R. tool set. Probably stick that next to this. I have a breaker bar that I keep in here. That's another long tool. I'll set that off to the side. We'll get into the pliers. So I have my biggest set of the gear wrench, tongue and groove pliers, or channel locks. Probably could go like that. So I'm just checking each tool to make sure it's not going to interfere. I have my Irwin, like the fast set pliers here. Yeah, that works out nice there. I have my extended reach Irwin pliers. I'm not sure how those are going to go. They're pretty tall too. Hopefully they'll stay like that, maybe. I don't think I'm going to run out of room in this bag anytime soon. Got my 10-inch adjustable wrench. Probably throw that right in here. I have my XL, or the large Joker wrench, which I'm just noticing is starting to get a little bit of rust on it there, so I'm going to have to oil that up, but that will probably fit nicely in this slot down here. I have this kind of cool double-ended self-adjusting pipe wrench. Maybe I'll stick that down in here. I have a pair of these Irwin auto strippers. Kind of running out of larger slots now. Might stick these like this. I think that'll work good. I have just a John R. Tools kind of multiplier with strippers. Stick that next to it. I'm also trying to kind of keep things in order as the function, you know, what I use them for. I have a pair of insulated combination pliers. Stick those maybe there. Might have to stick these handle down as well. You can see that's laying out pretty nicely there, but I can tell it's already getting heavy, and I knew it would be. But this is mostly going to be for organizing my tools, and then when I know I'm going to be doing some plumbing work, I'm going to grab this and have everything I need. So I got my ox marker, stick that over on one of these sides. That works out nice. I do kind of wish that these had some bit pockets. They have a lot of pencil and marker slots, but maybe some smaller pockets for pencils would be nice, or bits is what I meant. Probably could just stick that over here because I end up using it with the 14-in-1 adjustable screwdriver for the most part. And then I also had my jab saw in here, and there is a pocket I can use for that. Hopefully it doesn't tear up the pockets, but like I said, these pockets seem like they're reinforced. They have like a rubber coating on the inside, so that's probably going to be fine. I'm not going to probably pull that out very often. I still have my breaker bar, which I use with several other tools in here. Let's see. Well, I did it. I think I'm out of pockets on the inside for the inside organization. I mean, you could put it on the outside like this, but it's going to kind of be funky, stick up like that. Maybe this would work out better on the outside. I'm going to still play around with it. One of the main reasons I wanted this bag is so that I can also take one of my Clip Tech pouches. I have this one loaded up with the gear wrench tools. so that if I know that I'm going to need more hand tools, see if I can get it on there. Usually it's easy. There it goes. If I know that I'm going to need some other hand tools, like a pair of diagonal cutters, linemen's, a dedicated pair of needle nose, then I'll be able to click this on here. It can stay right with it. And like I said, I have this magnetic rail, so that's going to be really nice. I'll probably stick my stubby screwdriver down in one of these little pockets so that it doesn't get completely lost, but it's easy to get to. And then my bit case can probably just stay right down in between like that. So I'm pretty happy with that loadout. You'll have to let me know what you think. Like I said, you can also put your Vito pouches on the side. That actually looks pretty cool. And I also have, oh, I forgot my tape measure. I think I'm going to start using this Comalon magnetic tape. This is a really nice tape. It's their Contractor series, double-sided, and it just matches this bag so perfectly. Even the gear wrench tools match it really nice. And I think I like having my tape on this rail for now, and it still leaves me room for other magnetic objects here. And I think what I'm also going to do, I'm going to take my shoulder strap off of this caddy that I made, this plywood caddy that stores all my pouches. Already made for Toughbuilt, and so this should just clip right on. I'll have to adjust the length for that. That's going to be pretty nice. I don't know if I'll leave that on there. I guess you could kind of store it like this so it's not getting in your way. But that's going to be a really nice setup. I'm pretty happy with this. I'll have to film, you know, a 360 shot after I get some of this stuff cleaned up. But I hope you guys like these kind of videos and like my rambling. I feel like this bag really has some well laid out and thought out pockets, so it makes it simple to put your tools in here. Pretty happy with this, and I'm sure I'll fine tune it in the future. But hope you guys like these kind of videos. Let me know, should I add anything to this kit? These are just some basic plumbing tools that I have, and I wanted to consolidate them all in one place. I'm not a plumber by trade, so don't come at me in the comments, but I think this is going to work out really good for what I need. Let me know, you know, should I change the orientation that I have here, change the layout a little bit, but I think that's going to work pretty good. So I'll catch you on the next video. I'll make sure to post some better, cleaner shots of this thing, and hopefully we'll get to see it in action soon. We'll catch you on the next video.